Okay, good morning, all of you. Listen now. Okay, already we have discussed about this Lorentz transformation equations and inverse Lorentz transformation equations. Both I require. I require Lorentz transformation equations as well as I require inverse Lorentz transformation equations. This is in S dash frame, moving frame. This is in S frame, which is said to be at rest with respect to the moving frame. Okay, V is the velocity of the moving frame, S dash frame. C is the velocity of light. T dash is the time interval in S dash. T is the time interval in S. Here, X dash in terms of X it has been written. Here, X in terms of X dash it has been written. If you want to write X in terms of X dash, then minus sign it has been replaced by plus. Here also minus, here also minus replaced by plus. So this is inverse Lorentz transformation. We are asking for 2 marks question. Be careful. Write the Lorentz transformation equations. Write the inverse Lorentz transformation equations. Both are required for us for the next few, whatever the derivations we are supposed to take up. I require this and as well as I require this. Both I require. Hoping that you have understood these two, I will going to make use of both. Okay, so I will remove this. Whenever it is required, I will going to show it. Okay, today's the first idea. Let me see that the time permits, I will take up the next one. Otherwise, only one is enough. Every day slowly let us taking up. It is not a regular class, online class. Therefore, let us go through slowly. Yes, time dilation. Carries 5 marks. Next derivation. 5 marks or 6 marks question we are framing here. Time dilation. Time dilation. Derive an expression for time dilation. Instance time dilation. No. Otherwise, we are asking one 4 marks problem. We are asking under this particular concept. 4 marks one problem will be asked. Now let us consider 2 frames of reference as usual. As usual, I am writing the 2 frames of reference here. One frame of reference which is fixed, which is not moving. This is another frame of reference which is moving. Dotted line that I have written, whichever it is moving. Okay. This is O dash. This is S dash. This frame of reference is moving with a uniform velocity V. This frame of reference is S, which is stationary, which is not at all moving. This is O, this is X, this is Y, this is Z. This is X dash, this is Y dash, this is Z dash. Okay, so what I considered so far is S is a frame of reference, S dash is also a frame of reference, S is at rest, S dash is moving along the common x-axis with a constant velocity. With a constant velocity. This is with a constant velocity. V with which it is moving. Okay, so when the time interval is 0, O and O dash coincides. So S is a frame of reference which is at rest. S dash is a frame of reference moving with a constant velocity V along the positive X direction. Hoping that you can see clearly, you can understand. I have chosen 2 frames of references. S is a frame of reference which is not at all moving. S dash compared to S, with respect to S, S dash is another frame which is go on moving. Which direction is go on moving? Along the x-axis, common x-axis. When the time interval is 0, O and O dash coincides. When the time is more and more, it is go on moving like this with a constant velocity. S dash is a frame which is moving constant velocity with which it is moving, that is equal to V. Okay, so have I understood about this? Only 2 lines that I have written, understand the concept. Now, let us imagine we are producing a flash of light in the frame S dash. One flash of light. See here, understand, afterwards we can write. Notes will be given afterwards, no problem. I will issue the notes. Okay, this is here in this S dash frame. Here, using a torch, using something else, we are producing a flash of light. One light energy, one flash of light. A light flash, it has been produced. Okay, after some time interval, again one more flash of light is produced. In which frame? S dash. Therefore, one particular flash of light to another flash of light, there must be a time gap. The time difference I suppose to write. That time interval between the 2 events in S dash I suppose to write. First concept in S dash. I will consider in S dash here. In this frame of reference S dash, there is a light, maybe a flash of light produced in S dash. Okay, first light flash of light. First light flash produced at time, maybe I will consider T1 dash. Why I have chosen T1 dash? Because it is in S dash. First flash of light. Light flash. First light flash produced in S dash at a time interval of T1 dash. Second light flash produced at time T2 dash. So again, go back to the concept here. These are the 2 frames of reference. One frame of reference which is fixed, another frame of reference along the common x-axis, it is go on moving with a constant velocity. Now in the frame of reference S dash, we have produced a flash of light at a time interval of T1 dash. Again, one more flash of light it is produced at time T2 dash. Between this flash of light to this flash of light, there is a time difference. There is a time interval between one flash of light to another flash of light. There is a difference in the time. The time interval between the 2 events. Between the 2 events in S dash is given by, I will write T0, that is equal to T2 dash minus T1. This is first it is produced. In second it is produced. In 5th second it is produced. Sir, 5th minus second, 3 seconds. That is the meaning. T2 dash minus T1 dash. Understand clearly? All these things are very easy to understand if you understood. If you are not understanding, if you are not listening properly, you cannot understand these ideas neatly. You cannot. So T0 is equal to T2 dash minus T1 dash. This is the time interval. This is a time gap. It is a time interval between one flash of light to another flash of light in the frame S dash. Similarly, I suppose to write in the frame S. In the frame S, which is at rest. Same first flash of light for this frame of reference appears not at T1 dash, now it is appears as P1. It is appears as P1. So again, I can say the first light flash produced at time, how much here? T1. Why I have chosen T1 here? Because it is a S frame, which is at rest, first frame. T1 dash, why I have chosen? Because it is in a moving frame, S dash. So the same flash of light, if I'm producing one flash of light here with respect to this, another flash of light with respect to this, first flash of light with respect to this, second flash of light with respect to this. Okay, first I have written with respect to S dash. Okay, all right. Secondly, I have written same light energy, first light, flash of light, produced at a time T1, second flash of light, second light flash produced at time interval T2. Now the time interval between the two events, in here it is S dash, here it is S, is given by how much? Here it is T naught, but here I will write that one as T is equal to T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1. Here T naught is equal to T2 dash minus T1 dash. In the frame S, T is equal to T2 minus T1. In the frame S dash, T naught is equal to T2 dash minus T1 dash. Within this, any doubt is there, you can ask. I told you already, let us take up slowly. Let us take up all these things slowly. See that? Any doubt is there, you can ask. No problem. Within this. Yes. Read all the concepts. See that? You can read it clearly, you can read it, no problem today. Okay, finished. Now I will going to take up this inverse Lorentz transformation equations. Explained already, inverse Lorentz transformation equations I supposed to write, especially this equation. I want to write this equation now. We want to connect the time interval between one frame of reference to another frame of reference. S to S dash, S to S dash. I supposed to connect. This is in S frame, this is in S dash frame. Okay, time gap, time interval. I supposed to write that equation here. Okay, yes. Again, I will show this one afterwards. Yes. Now, second concept, continuation. Using the inverse Lorentz transformation equations, what we can write? By using inverse Lorentz transformation equation. By using inverse Lorentz transformation equation. Which equation we are having? All the three equations, but I don't want. I want only the time. Only the time interval equation only that I require. I suppose to write T1 is equal to how much? T1, I suppose to write in terms of T1 dash. T2, I suppose to write in terms of T2 dash. Yes. How to write for T1? T1 is equal to like this. T1 is equal to T1 dash. T1 is equal to T1 dash in frame S dash plus Vx dash divided by C square divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square. Only the difference here, T1 dash, T1 is equal to T1 dash plus same thing. You had to learn all these things. Sir, how we got this one? Previous week, already we have come across about this. This is already finished. Okay, so I will write this. Therefore, I can write T1 is equal to T1 dash plus Vx dash divided by C square whole divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square. Similarly, T2 is equal to how much? Suppose this is for T1. Similarly, we want to write for T2. T2 is equal to T2 dash plus the same. Okay, so T2 is equal to T2 dash plus Vx dash divided by C square divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square. Okay, now I will take up the subtraction between here to here. Let us take the difference. Let us take the subtraction. T2 minus T1. Okay, because I want to get T2 minus T1 here. See that previous page. T2 minus T1 I want to get. So I want to get T2 minus T1. How to get T2 minus T1? This minus this. Therefore, T2 minus T1 is equal to this minus this. T2 dash plus Vx dash divided by C square whole divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square minus this T1 dash plus Vx dash divided by C square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square. Means this I have written minus sign as it is, minus sign, this whole term that I have written here. Mere substitution, nothing else. Okay. Now, T2 minus T1 is equal to, I think here we can take the common factor. We can take the common factor here. Which is that common factor? This one. I can take the common factor, then I can make the difference. Okay. Remaining thing here, T2 dash plus Vx dash divided by C square plus into minus T1 dash minus into plus minus Vx dash divided by C square. Now these two get cancelled. Is it correct? Check it out. Minus into this, minus into this. This is already taken outside. Okay, as a common factor. The remaining thing, T2 minus T1 is equal to, this is T2 dash minus T1 dash, T2 dash minus T1 dash, T2 dash minus T1 dash divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square under the square root. Okay, now let us go back to the previous page. Whatever it has been covered. This is previous page concept. T2 minus T1 is equal to how much? T. T2 dash minus T1 dash is how much we have taken? T now. See that T2 minus T1 is equal to T. T2 minus T1, but T2 minus T1 is equal to T. According to this, T2 dash minus T1 dash is equal to T naught. T2 dash minus T1 dash is equal to T naught. Substitute these things. This value is equal to T is equal to T2 dash minus T1 dash T naught square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square. Is it clear? Have you understood? Now we have to give the explanation for this. We have to give the explanation for this. First page I am showing. See that? Any doubt? If you are getting, you can ask. There are two frames of reference, S and S dash. S is a frame of reference which is at rest, stationary. With respect to the second frame, S dash is a moving frame. S dash is a moving frame. With respect to S, along the common x-axis with a constant velocity v. In the first frame, maybe here and here, we have to measure the time gaps. Here it is producing a flash of light. In S dash, it is producing a flash of light. Here it is producing a flash of light. Again, after some time interval, one more flash is produced. What is the time difference between the two flashes of light in this frame and in this frame? We have to determine. That I have written here. First flash of light produced at a time T1 dash in S dash. Second flash of light produced at time T2 dash. Difference in the time between the two events of light energy, that is T naught. T2 dash minus T1 dash. Same first flash of light, whatever it is produced with respect to S. With respect to S is T1 and second flash of light with respect to S is T2. The time interval between these two events in the frame S is equal to this. Now let us use the inverse Lorentz transformation equations. By using the inverse Lorentz transformation equations, we have to write T1 in terms of T1 dash, T1 in terms of T1 dash, T2 in terms of T2 dash. Then T2 minus T1, this minus this. Taking the LCM, subtracting, you will get this. But this is well-known thing. Already we have used in the previous case here. Use these two, substitute. See that slowly you see that. Understand completely. Very slowly that I am teaching. Very slowly that I am taking up the concepts. If the time requires, if you are having now sufficiently a lengthy time, you have to write. Once you understood, you have to write. Simply, you should not sit. All these things, by seeing that one, we cannot learn. We have to write. We are supposed to write. But while explaining, you have to listen. Once you understood the explanation, you have to write. Okay, finished? No, next one. Next. Significance, we have to say that. Physics is not mathematics. Physics is not mathematics, just we have written the equation. Now, what is the significance of this? What this indicates? What is the significance of this? What it indicates? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Okay, what you are having a concept under this particular equation, T is equal to T naught divided by square root of 1 minus V square by C square. T is equal to T naught divided by square root of 1 minus V square divided by C square. V is larger. As V is more and more and more, as V is more and more and more here, denominator is smaller and smaller. Therefore, T is larger and larger. So what is that meaning? Which is greater here? Which is greater, T or T naught? Which is greater? Which is greater? Quickly. T and T naught. Which is greater? You answer. T and T naught. Which is greater? Are equal. If V is equal to 0, if V is equal to 0, don't forget, if V is equal to 0, this is 0. 0 divided by C square, it is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. Then T is equal to T naught. I hope you understood. When V is equal to 0, then T is equal to T naught. If V is equal to 0, this condition. But V is present here. V is present. If V is equal to 0, T is equal to T naught. In this frame and in this frame, the time gap is the same. In this frame, if you are measuring, in this frame, if you are measuring, the time interval is the same, provided if this is 0. But if it is moving with a constant velocity, more and more velocity with which it is moving, then T is greater than T naught. This is larger, this is smaller. This is smaller, this is larger because of this. As V is more and more and more, as V is more and more and more, as V is go on increasing, then T is very large. T is go on increasing. As V is go on increasing here, then T value is go on increasing. T naught is a constant I can consider, but T is go on increasing. So meaning, let us consider this a frame of reference which is moving. If you are present in this frame of reference, if you are moving with a high speed, then compared to here, your watch is going to get slower than that of another watch which is present on the Earth's surface. I hope you understood. Let us consider you are correcting the two watches exactly the same time. If one watch is not moving, another watch, if it is moving with a high speed, then this watch measures slower, lesser time. It runs slower, or it is going to show lesser value than that of this watch. Means a clock, if it is present in a moving frame, which appears to be slower than a clock which is present on a stationary frame of reference. Compared to a moving frame, in a stationary, whatever the frame of reference with respect to the Earth, then it will take a longer time. Here. So meaning, I can say one more idea also here. What is that? I will explain here so that you can understand. It is the time, whatever the twin paradox. Okay. What is the twin paradox? If you understood it, this one is enough. Twin paradox. What is this twin paradox? Okay. So what is this? Continuation, of course. Continuation. Twin paradox. Let us consider this is Earth. This is Earth. Here we are going to put a rocket or something. This is a rocket. An astronaut who is present here. Let us consider two twins simultaneously born. Their time, their age, they are one and the same. No difference in the time. So like that, I have considered twins having the same age. They are having the same age. Both the twins are having the same age. One twin is present here. Another twin is present here. Where the two twins are present, one of the twins is present on the Earth's surface. Another twin who is present in the moving rocket. The moving rocket with a velocity v. This is a moving rocket. We are placing one of the twins in the moving rocket away from the Earth. Another twin who is present as usual on the Earth. Now, after some time interval, the rocket is moving and moving and moving somewhere else in the space. It has been moved into the space, moving only. After a lengthy time interval, maybe after about 10 years, 12 years, again it is returning back. Again it came back. Now, if you are observing this particular girl or boy, who is older and who is younger? If you are seeing that one, this person is younger than this. This person is younger than this. This person is older than this. I think I can say one more thing. One of the movies that I have seen, a Hollywood movie, English movie, there they have given like this only. Okay, a rocket, it has been moving in the space, an astronaut who is present here, and for a lengthy time interval, around about 50 years, 60 years, they are present there only in the space. After about 60, 70 years, they came back here. If they came back here, before came back here, they are making the video call between here and here. I hope you understood video call between here and here. This person is talking to the grandchild, his grandchildren, he is talking to them. The grandchildren are older than him. They are becoming older. Their hairs are gray already, not black, but he is still younger. He is still younger. I hope you understood. So meaning, if you are keeping, or let us consider, if you are keeping the two clocks, one clock in the moving rocket, another clock on the Earth, which clock is slower? A clock which is present in the rocket, which is moving with a high velocity here, that clock is run. If this here, if you are keeping a clock, this clock runs slower. Whereas here, the clock runs faster. Due to that one, if we are, maybe let us consider the two twins are kept here, one on the Earth, another one in the rocket. The rocket, if it is moving with a high speed v, then after some time interval, if they are returning back here, if you are comparing the age of the person who is present in the rocket and the age of the person who is present on the Earth, then on the Earth, who is present, they are said to be the elder than that of a person who is present in the rocket. A person who is moving in the rocket, they becoming younger than that of another person who is present on the Earth, but simultaneously they bond. Initially, they bond simultaneously. A clock, if it is kept in the moving rocket, that is slower. A clock which is kept on the Earth only, it is appears as slow. It is appears as fast. Here it is appears as slower. Here it is appears as fast. This is called by the name twin paradox. Hoping you have understood about that, you have to say that also. You have to say that also. 3 or 4 lines that I have written here, just to read it, understand about this illustration, twin paradox. I think you can hear, you can see that. Try to read it. Twin paradox. Let us consider two exactly identical twin brothers or sisters. Let one of the twins go to a long space journey at a high speed in a rocket, and the other stay behind on the earth. The clock in the moving rocket will appear to go slower than the clock on the surface of the earth. That means to say that, therefore, when he returns back to the earth, he will find himself younger than the twin who stayed behind on the earth. This is twin paradox. So meaning, sir, I don't want to get older, sir, now only. I want to become very young and energetic only. Still, what you have to do? You have to catch a rocket and you have to go away from the earth. After about 50, 60 years, you have to come back to the earth. Then along with your peer group, you will becoming younger. Still, you will becoming younger. They are all old people. Your friend circle, they will becoming old, and you people are becoming young. Provided if you are going with a high speed in a rocket. This is the concept. Okay, this is twin paradox. So understand about this. Carries 5 marks. Again, I am showing time dilation. Based on this, we had to solve the problems also. We had to solve the problems. I have shown it already. Again, I am showing another 1.5 minutes. Time is there. Okay. This is other concept. Using the inverse Lorentz transformation equations, we had to convert T1 in terms of T1 dash, T2 in terms of T2 dash. So we want to write the time interval in S frame in terms of S dash, nothing else. Then subtract. So meaning, if we don't know the inverse Lorentz transformation equations, we cannot proceed. So Lorentz transformation equation, inverse Lorentz transformation equation, both we require here. I'm showing all the concepts. If you want to write, you can write. The whole derivation that I am showing. So once you got the equation, T is equal to T naught divided by root of 1 minus V square by C square, we have to give some explanation regarding the physics. What is the significance of that equation? We have to write. As V is gone increases here, denominator is gone decreasing. As the denominator is gone decreasing, T is greater than T. But if V is equal to 0, then both the time intervals are one and the same. T and T naught, they are equal to each other, provided if the V is equal to 0. But if V is existing, T is greater than T naught. No, sir, V is gone increasing. V is larger and larger and larger. If V is very large, then T is very large. T naught is very small. T is still very large. T naught is still small. That idea we had to explain by using the twin paradox. You had to say that twin paradox also we had to say. What is this twin paradox that says? You are supposed to say that. Okay. A clock runs slower in a rocket. The rocket, if it is moving away from the earth with a high speed, compared to another clock which is stationary on the earth's surface. That is the meaning.